They say history repeats itself. If the walls could talk, they tell of a time back when things weren't so different than they are now. It was a time of division and hardship, of love and hate. Mary Cardwell Dawson was a force to be reckoned with.
Mary shattered the glass ceiling before anyone in the world even knew there was one.
She wasn't going to allow narrow-minded folks to decide how high she could fly. Mary founded the National Negro Opera Company, providing music, love, and respect. And in February of 2025, the first public reading of If the Walls Could Talk occurred in Needham, Massachusetts. That night injected hope and empowerment to a room full of people.
I have to say that the story is fascinating and one that I had never, ever heard of. I never even knew that there was something called the National Negro Opera Company, or that it had begun in 1941.
And I'm really happy to be part of this. And then I read the historical stuff on the house. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I get to play Woogie, so that's really wonderful.
It just ain't right. It's time for a change off a sound my norm. Don't you understand? It just ain't right to kill another black man. You said freeze, I let you see both hands. Segregation, discrimination, none of it working if you're trying to heal a nation. It just ain't right, little babies lay their heads. Make a change now so they don't wind up dead. Oh, it just ain't right. Turn your blindness and decide if the truth against lies. A family in decline. So roll with the punches, cause the future's on the line. I'm the real Michael. I'm a fighter. I'm a winner. I'm a sinner and beginner, and it just ain't right.
Act 1, Scene 1. The set is primarily an empty space. Projected on the upstage wall is the image of a Queen Anne Victorian mansion. It is in silhouette. At Rise, we hear a piano playing along with distant operatic voice, just as we see the silhouette outline of a Queen Anne Victorian mansion. It is night. Standing outside the house, Michael, late 20s, strains to hear it. His movement is labored, but he manages to get up the stairs fairly easily, considering he lives with cerebral palsy. He places an ear against the door. He, and we, hear the music more clearly. Headlights suddenly pass over Michael. He's caught in its beam of light as the music reaches a crescendo. The music stops, followed by the killing of headlights. Footsteps on gravel come up the walk. Solomon, 23, appears, stops just short of the front porch.
Sorry, miss. Don't be scared.
I'm not scared.
I heard music and was trying to figure out what it was. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Why do you have to ask me to leave?
This is private property.
That don't mean that you have to ask me to leave, though. It just means you want me to leave.
I'm not gonna argue semantics.
What? Semantics? I don't even know what that is, miss.
Semantics means the same thing as foolishness, so I'm not gonna argue about foolishness.
Then why didn't you just say foolishness?
What's the fuss out here?
Don't be scared.
Do I look scared?
No one is scared, okay? He said he heard music and couldn't figure out what it was.
That's because these children nowadays don't know what real music is.
I know real music. I'm a rapper.
Boy, I'm sorry to have to inform you, but that ain't real music.
Well, I'm not gonna argue about the semantics of it, but I make beats and raps, so that's how I know it's real music.
The piece I was playing is called Moscow, composed by Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky. He was commissioned to compose this piece in 1883 for the coronation festivities for Alexander III of Russia. That's how I know it's real music.
It's opera.
Was that you playing the piano and singing?
Indeed it was.
This house looks like it's falling down. I didn't think anyone lived here. Then when I started hearing music, I thought it was ghosts playing it. I thought I must be crazy.
Miss White and I just bought this house, but before that, it was abandoned for 50 years almost.
This house do have ghosts in it.
For real, for real?
Not like ghosts you see in the movies, but it has spirits of the past.
This house does have spirits, like the ones you see in the movies.
You seen them? You seen ghosts in there?
I didn't see them, but I hear stuff and feel stuff.
And you bought the house anyway?
We bought this house for all the spirits inside it. And if you knew what kind of place this was, you'd want to be in that spirit too.
Both y'all talk funny. I can't understand half of what you mean.
Well, come on down here, and I'll show you just a tiny piece of spirit that lives in this house.
Miss White begins down the steps. Her movement is labored too. Michael rushes over to help her.
Here, let me help you down.
As soon as Michael moves, Solomon and Miss White notice his movement.
I may need to help both of you.
Nah, I'm fine. I got CP is all, like cerebral palsy, you know? But ain't no big thing. It don't get worse, and I've been living fine for all my 17 years. Plus,
Michael flexes his bicep.
I'm the strongest dude I know. Facts.
Here's what I mean to show you.
A signpost appears.
And I can't see too well in this light, Solomon, dear. Read this for me. Read this for... What's your name, son?
Michael.
I'm Miss White, and here's my partner, Solomon. She's named after King Solomon of Israel, known for his wisdom.
Reading the signpost.
National Negro Opera Company. Here at the Cardwell School of Music, this first black National Opera Company was founded in 1941 by Mary Cardwell Dawson. Noted for its musical genius, it performed for 21 years in Pittsburgh, Washington, New York, and other cities.
This was put here by the Pennsylvania Historical and Museum Commission.
Opera? In Homewood? That don't even make sense.
There was a lot of black Pittsburgh, I don't even know.
Of course there was. People nowadays forget everything that went on. But me and Solomon here, we're about to help everybody remember.
How y'all gonna do that?
By bringing back the glory and the beauty of this house.
Just then, a gust of wind blows past. It blows hard enough that some shingles fly off and the front door slams shut. Loud and hard enough that it startles.
Was that the spirit you was talking about?
That was probably just the wind.
All three look at the house, waiting for it to do something else. It doesn't.
Don't matter. I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Scene 2. Butcher, 60s, is working his garden. Solomon enters.
Hi, Daddy.
Well, if it isn't my college graduate.
Dad, commencement was months ago. You don't have to keep announcing me like that every time you see me.
Can't a father be proud?
You can be proud, but you don't have to be so loud about it.
Fair enough. What brings you by?
I have some news.
News?
Yes, news.
News sounds like bad news.
You know Apple Street, right?
I know Apple Street enough to avoid it.
Well, you know that big house on 7101?
That broke down eyesore?
I bought it.
Okay. So, first off, beyond my bewilderment, as why you would do such a thing, with what money did you buy the house?
You know, I've been working ever since I learned what money was, and it wasn't much. Plus, I bought it with Miss White.
What? Miss White let you do some damn fool thing like this?
The house is special.
Special? In Homewood? With all them ruffians they got over there? All that's over there in Homewood is drugs and guns.
That's part of the reason why we bought it.
We'll call the bank right now.
What for?
What for? To get your money back, that's what for.
We closed on the house months ago, Daddy.
Months? And you're telling me this now? You wait this long to tell me because you knew it was wrong, is why.
I waited this long because I knew this was how you were going to react.
Damn right this is how I'm reacting. You 23 years old, fresh out of college, without any idea about the real world.
2 minutes ago, you were proud and loud, and now I don't know anything about the real world?
Fresh out of college, naive about the world, never mind not having the financial wherewithal to make mortgage payments every month. You a child, my child. And no child of mine is going to get settled with some rundown house that is bound to ruin their future.
I have an advanced accounting degree, Daddy, a good job with a top CPA firm in Pittsburgh, and I'm a grown woman in every way otherwise.
If you're so grown, what could you possibly want with that house?
I told you it's special.
That is not what I asked you.
We're going to restore it.
Because it's special.
Because it's historical.
Every place, everybody has got history. But that don't make it historical.
It is. It's history that got erased. And by remembering what once was, we make it historical.
Girl, you got crazy, talking crazy mouth. Because that don't even make no kind of sense.
I'm not a girl. I am a woman. And seeing how men do women, minimizing us, especially black women, is exactly the reason I bought this damn house.
Oh, don't blaspheme.
Madam Mary Cardwell Dawson. You ever heard of her?
No.
She started the National Negro Opera House, the first all-black opera company in these United States.
In Homewood?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
And what's that got to do with you?
Miss Mary got her education at the New England Conservatory. She graduated in 1922. She tried to make her way in New York City, but she was black. It was the Great Depression, so she came back home to Pittsburgh, determined she was gonna make her mark.
I'm still waiting to hear about what's that got to do with you.
Miss Mary auditioned for the Pittsburgh Opera Company. Wanna know what they told her?
That she could sweep the floor?
That's right! But rather than sweeping white people's, pardon my language, Daddy, sweeping white people's poo-poo under the carpet, she came to start her own musical school. All through the 1930s, she taught kids how to sing and play, and when all those kids got good enough, she staged Aida on her own with all the black talent she nurtured in Homewood.
All that proves that she wasn't stubborn.
And that's what it's got to do with me.
Solomon is not exactly in Butcher's face, but she's gone toe-to-toe. Butcher softens. He reaches into his wallet, takes out $1.
See, this here is the first dollar I ever made is in Pittsburgh. See the year? It was printed in 1999, the year we moved here from Guyana.
I was 9, I remember.
I keep this dollar with me because it signifies everything I did for this family to make a new start. This dollar has value.
And what if I took that $1 and spent it? Would you feel like the hard work you did would just be erased?
Why is it that you got an answer for everything?
Because that's how you raised me. Don't settle, stand up for what I believe in, and live with a righteous heart.
I don't agree with what you've done buying that house. But I guess I have to agree with your righteous heart.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Daddy.
So what now?
I need money.
Scene 3. Michael in front of the silhouette of the mansion, dwarfed by it. His cell phone is out. It's playing a beat. Although he's by himself, he starts talking.
See, I got GarageBand, and I make beats. But I didn't stop there. See, you can lay on other tracks.
Michael presses a button, and a piano gets laid on top of the beat. Tchaikovsky's concerto that Miss White was playing.
Hear that? Dope, right? And then?
He presses another button, and an operatic vocal track merges with the beat fortified Tchaikovsky.
Oh, snap! Didn't think I could do that, could you, dog?
He presses another button, and an operatic vocal track merges with the beat fortified Tchaikovsky.
Yo, what was that?
He stops the music, looks hard at the house. The light flashes again, almost like it's winking at him.
Dang, is Miss White in there? Nah, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. She home in bed.
He just watches. The house stays dark.
Nah, I know I seen something in there. It's like you're trying to tell me something. but you can't speak. I'ma guess you thought my trap was cool. And that's cool because I made it for you. Miss Mary, is that who's trying to tell me something?
And 2 flashes of light suddenly come from the house.
Dang, what was that?
Scene 4. Solomon in front of the house. She's sweeping the porch. Miss White is sitting, maybe knitting.
Miss Mary was able to do what she did, because she married an electrician. In them days, even though the Depression was on, if you had a skilled trade, you could make a good living.
But how could people afford music lessons?
See, Pittsburgh may be the city, but back then we was all only a generation removed from being country folk. We was farmers. And what do farmers do?
Do I look like a farmer, Miss White?
Farmers ready the land. They till the soil, and they know what the seeds they plant today will purchase and bloom in later tomorrows.
So she didn't charge them?
People paid what they could, but I don't know. I was just a little itty-bitty girl, and now I'm an old woman.
Michael arrives.
Hello, Miss White and Miss Solomon. It's me, Michael.
We remember. Come on up and sit with me.
I gotta tell you, like a couple of things.
Maybe you want to give me a break and take this broom.
Yeah, I can sweep up.
Michael takes the broom. Solomon sits on the top step.
So, remember how you said this house had spirit?
I do, and it does.
So, I've been coming around just to hang here, because ever since you told me about Miss Mary Cardwell Dawson, and ever since I heard you singing Tchaikovsky, I've been making these tracks.
Tracks?
Music, check it out.
Michael pulls out his phone, plays the track he made.
You did all that with your phone?
Nah, I did it on my laptop, and just keep a version of it on my phone. Anyway, so I've been making tracks and coming here to play them.
For who?
This is what I'm saying.
But you haven't said anything.
That's just how he talks, I think.
So I play tracks, and the house is listening. Miss Mary is listening.
Solomon and Miss White share a look. Has this boy lost his mind?
Okay, son, you're talking like you got crazy mouth.
I do got crazy mouth. I can't hardly believe I'm saying what I'm saying, and I can hardly believe I saw what I saw.
What did you see?
I saw the light.
What light?
For real? I think it was Miss Mary's light, like she was trying to tell me something. I come here, play the music, it's dark, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, but when I play the track, I see this flicker of light. It's so faint at first. I thought I was imagining things, but then I waited for it, and it flashes real bright, like it can't be a mistake. Miss Solomon, you said you didn't see no ghosts, but you heard them. Did you see my flash of light?
Well...
'Cause I am not playing, even though I sound like I got crazy mouth.
I haven't seen the kind of light you're talking about, and what I hear, I hear it clearly, but I can't make out what's being said.
And when it happens, does it make you think you're feeling something is there, even though you can't quite see or hear it?
Well, yeah.
Now, I know this house has got spirit because I know what went on. But now, you're both done gone round the bend.
What are you going to do to fix up and save this house?
We need to raise money.
I can help.
How?
I'm going to make an album.
An album?
Yep, and when we release it, everybody in Pittsburgh will know what happened here.
Well, Michael, you can't read anything about what happened here without knowing what happened here.
Miss White, that's why you're going to tell me what happened here.
All right, then.
All right, then.
Well, I'm going to leave story time to y'all.
What you going to do, Miss Solomon?
I got to come up with a story of how we're going to get this money.
Scene 5. The front porch. 3 chairs are now on the refreshed-looking porch. Miss White and Michael sit.
See, what I'm feeling is that if Miss Mary only knew what became of her house, what became of the world, she wouldn't believe what happened. After all she lived through.
What wouldn't she believe?
You seen the news, right? Black folks getting killed in the streets by police, by racists. Black folks filling up the prisons.
Why wouldn't she believe all that?
Because
Because times change, Michael. People don't.
what you mean?
I mean, don't you know the hallmark, defining characteristic of black folks ever since we got to America is perseverance. Miss Mary persevered, like all of us have to. Look, we still have to. Now, but none of this is going on in the news is news to me because some old fear and I hate has been up against us since before God spoke to Moses.
But Miss Mary did so much.
A lot of us did so much. You heard of Woogie Harris.
Woogie? What kind of name is that?
Hear him tell it. Woogie was the name fit for a king. Mr. Woogie Harris owned this house.
I thought Miss Mary did.
She rented the top 2 floors with the music school and the ballroom, but she might not exist in your imagination if it weren't for Mr. Woogie Harris. Back then, a lot of black Pittsburgh would not exist if it weren't for Mr. Harris.
How'd he do that?
It was the 805 was how he did that.
Huh?
August 5th, 1930. You know the lottery, right?
Dollar and a dream.
In them days, we called it the number, and it wasn't sanctioned by the state of Pennsylvania. It was run by men like Woogie Harris.
He ran his own lottery?
Yes, he did, but it wasn't the only one. But on August 5th, 1930, Woogie Harris and his partner Gus Greenlee turned all of his competitors out.
What happened?
So, the daily number was always the 3rd and 4th numbers of the New York Stock Exchange closing, and the 3rd number of the balance.
I don't understand that.
It doesn't matter. You would need to understand what you would need to understand is that people would play a routine number, their birthday or the date, and lots of people far and wide played that date.
August 5th.
The 8th month, the 5th day, and all the number meant all up and down, all over Pittsburgh, all over America, really had to pay out with money they didn't have. It was like a tsunami event. But Mr. Harris and Mr. Greenlee, because of their diversified, shall we say, interests, they had the money to pay out everybody's winnings.
Dang. How much money was it?
Well, let's suffice to say it was a lot. So Mr. Woogie bought this house not soon after that windfall.
He was like the boss of the neighborhood.
Yes, but Mr. Woogie also knew that not everybody was fortunate as he was. So whenever somebody needed something that they couldn't afford, Mr. Woogie made sure they wouldn't go without it. Rent, food, or what have you.
He was like Robin Hood, you mean?
When Miss Mary came to see him in 1941 with her idea for a music school and an opera company, he understood what she told him.
What did she tell him?
She knew that he knew that black folks were just as capable in the arts as they are in any other area of professional life, and that she was talented and educated artist, qualified to help the young, rusty butts running around the neighborhood develop their musical talents. So, Mr. Harris rented Miss Mary the top floor of this artistic and musical enrichment of the neighborhood.
All that with the 805 happened?
It wasn't even hardly born, but that's God's honest truth. I hadn't thought of any of this in years. History gets erased. Time goes by, people's memories go, and after a while, there ain't no one left to remember.
Michael rises, presses his ear against the house.
What are you doing, child?
I'm listening.
You heard ghosts again?
This house don't seem like it wants to be forgotten, Miss White. I'm listening. Just to this wall. 'Cause if these walls could talk.
Something occurs to Michael. He's got a lyric in his head.
I gotta go, Miss White.
Where are you going?
I got a lyric in my head.
Scene 6. Solomon is on the porch, alone. She's on the phone elsewhere, on the stage, but in another locale. Nina speaks back to Solomon. They're in the middle of a conversation.
That's why everybody's been telling you that you should not have bought that house.
Everybody? Who's everybody?
Solomon, come on now. You've been calling people asking for money for the last month, and you know people gonna talk, don't you? Because if you don't know that...
Look, Nina, I just know that my problem has a solution.
Yeah, sell that house to somebody who knows how to fix it.
That's not what I meant.
Then what do you mean?
I mean that in the history of problems, there are people who are problem solvers. Like, how did we put people on the moon?
Girl, you know I don't believe nothing like that ever happened.
You don't believe we've been on the moon?
How many times has the white man told just to protect their own?
Good point.
I know.
That was a bad example. What I'm saying is people find a way to get things done. They redid the August Wilson house in the Hill District.
I don't go to the Hill.
That's not the point, Nina.
Then what is?
No amount is too small is my point.
So what? I'm supposed to give you $1 and you think that'll make a difference?
Yes, it'll mean you believe in me.
Well, I used to believe in you before you bought that broke down house.
I'm the same person. I can get this done. I can.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I'm still not giving you $1.
Not even to humor me.
Do you want to be humored?
No.
So there you go. Look, Solomon, me and you have been tight since we were little girls, and I know you waited to call me because you've been doing this for a month or more, but as your friend, I am telling you that you have to stop asking people for money like this.
Why?
Well, for one thing, you're probably almost out of friends to call by now. For another thing, you don't want to lose friends, the friends you do have.
Does my simply asking for $1 put our friendship at risk? Nina, we've been out and I've sprung for coffee, lunch, sometimes dinner. Was my buying a condition of our friendship, one I didn't know about?
Of course not.
Then how come none of you, my so-called friends, can get behind what could be a good thing, not only for me, but for the whole community? All I'm asking is for to give what you can.
It's not just about money, Solomon. Not that I don't believe in you.
But you don't believe in me.
You are a 23-year-old black woman. You don't have experience in this kind of job done. Even if you had the money, would you even know what to do with it?
Solomon grows cold. Nina is still on the line.
Hello? Solomon? You still there?
Thank you for considering giving. If you change your mind at a later date, I will welcome your involvement any day. Have a nice day.
Solomon clicks off. Then, with everything she's got, throws her phone off the porch. Light shifts a little. Then Michael enters, holding Solomon's phone. Scene 7. In the new light, time has passed.
Miss Solomon, this looks like your phone.
That can't be my phone, because if it was, I'd be able to phone a friend with it. That phone don't reach anybody I might call a friend.
You sound mad.
I am mad.
Want me to tell you a story? Cheer you up?
Nah, I'm pretty happy feeling bad right now.
I'm gonna tell you the story anyhow, because they say misery loves company.
Well, since you are company and I am miserable, you may as well tell me the story.
This house is whack, is my story. Like, I've been doing research on Miss Mary and Mr. Woogie, but do you know the Joe Louis story?
He used to be the boxing champ, right?
He was the heavyweight champion of the world. That's bad arse. But more than that, I found out that he was in World War II. They named him the Brown Bomber. And he became an American hero, not just a black hero. But after the war, the IRS came for him.
True as death. The IRS.
When he was champ, he wasn't thinking about his money. That was a mistake. He never paid taxes. And the government, do you think they let Joe catch a break? Considering he fought almost 100 exhibition boxing matches to raise money for the war.
They didn't?
Nah, they didn't. Even though he was over the hill, too old to fight, he had to go back in the ring and just to pay the money back to the IRS. And he took beatings, got knocked out. This once proud champion and war hero. Can you believe that?
Shoot, Michael, there's so much we forget.
And so much we never even knew.
That's what I'm trying to tell my friends. When I asked them for money to help revive this house, people don't understand what legacy means. Joe Louis ought to have been given a break from the government, but America...
America is goddamned.
It is not damned. If I want to get done what I want to get done, I have to believe that good things can still happen in America, but how?
I'm gonna make a record based on this house.
Inspired by this house.
And then I'm gonna give you the money I make from it.
You don't need to give me the money, but if you're for real about making a record, then that could be a good way of just making people aware.
I already done started making beats, Miss Solomon.
And you know, we're here in Pittsburgh.
Iron City.
What has Pittsburgh got?
What has Pittsburgh got?
It's got Mellons and Carnegies.
The college?
No, I mean the foundations.
Foundations.
Charitable foundations.
Scene 8, a conference room. Solomon and 4 suits, women and men. Solomon distributes folders, which the suits only vaguely acknowledge.
The first Negro Opera Company in Pittsburgh.
As I am sure you know from the background informational packets I sent, which I brought copies of today, I was surprised as anyone, and I've lived in Pittsburgh all my life.
I've also lived in Pittsburgh all my life, and I sat on the board of the Pittsburgh Opera, and this is the opera, and this is the first I'm hearing about it.
If we're able to restore this house, everyone in Pittsburgh will have an opportunity to learn this rich history that's all around us.
What's her name again?
Solomon Carroll.
Not you, the woman who started the opera.
Mary Cardwell Dawson.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, to my point, the restoration of the home is not just about Miss Cardwell Dawson's contribution to the culture of our city, but also to raise awareness about our shared history generally.
Like the August Wilson Museum.
How is it that you reached out to us?
Have you looked at the Mellon Foundation Minority Grant Program?
I am wary of minority grants.
The Minority Grant seems like the right place for a project like this.
I disagree.
What?
Why?
We are the Carnegie Mellon Foundation. We don't take kindly
What
to...
I mean to say, respectfully, is the word minority can be negative connotation, philanthropically speaking.
How so?
Your community minority grant comes out of a larger grant. What happens is that all of the worthy groups who fail under the minority banner fight over slithers of a larger philanthropic pie. Compromises are made and everyone ends up with less than what they need. The groups have to play politics to get as much as they can, and with politics come divisions. Organizations who might otherwise be allies become combatants, and that impacts these so-called minority communities as a whole.
Isn't a small percentage of the pie better than none?
Not when everyone knows there is a whole pie. Not when everyone knows that there are enough whole pies out there to feed all of us.
So you're saying you want the whole pie?
Well, not just for myself, but yes, I want the whole pie.
Our issue, Miss Carroll, is that without real recognition of the house's provenance, we're just taking your word for it. That would be the place, and this Mary person was significant.
We are not in the business of just taking people's word for it.
People would be in and out of here all day.
If you re-look at the packets I've sent, which I'm sure you have considered before I showed up today, because you take my inquiry seriously, you'll see that I have the chain of title for the home, news clippings, and a myriad of other materials that proves the veracity of the house in Miss Dawson's provenance.
Ms. Solomon, we're well endowed.
Pardon me?
We're philanthropists, but we don't just give money away.
Are you saying that in order for my grant inquiry to be considered legitimate, you want some other entity to legitimize it? That you just aren't taking my hard work, research, and word for it?
That's what we're saying.
Thank you for your time. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, good day, Ms. Carroll.
Solomon stands, prepares to leave, stops, points at suit 4, who has not spoken or even moved so far.
Miss, who are you? And why haven't you said anything? Hard to imagine anyone being in this room without an opinion.
That's true, but unlike my colleagues, I prefer to listen. I learn more that way.
So, what did you learn?
I learned that you got into this room with grit and savvy. Most people who come before us have some affiliation, business, personal relationships. Not you. And I know this because my position on the foundation is to find the places where our money hasn't gone.
Hasn't gone to me, that's for sure.
Suit 4 rises, moves to Solomon, takes out a business card, hands it to Solomon.
There's my card. Please be in touch with the National Historic Register. My assistant will send you the information about who you should ask for. Use my name when you connect with them. Do it at your soonest convenience, then give me a call. Is that a fair outcome for this meeting?
Thank you, that is very fair. Before you go,
Solomon takes out cards of her own. Hands them out.
If you could all write down 5 names of people who may have the slightest interest in this project.
Of course we will. Right?
Sure.
Of course, yes.
Okay, yeah. It takes a village, after all.
It does. I've recently discovered that I need to widen my circle.
I hear ya. We can all use new friends. Now, if you'll excuse me, I seem to have developed a taste for pie.
Scene 9. Michael in front of the house, raking up trash.
$80,000. That is a lot of money. What would I buy with even $100? Mother lover, what would I buy if I had $20? Well, I should probably pay my phone bill first. Then I should probably get some food for dinner. I'd get wings and cornbread and rice and some collard greens. Then I would maybe buy, I don't even know. After all that, I'd probably be out of money by then.
At some point, Solomon has entered and heard some of this.
Who are you talking to?
Holy coconuts, you scared me. I didn't even know you was there.
What were you talking about?
Nothing. Dreaming about money.
Heard that.
I was thinking about that $80,000, but then I was thinking, sweet sugar, what would I do with $100?
I read about some rich billionaire who bought a gold toilet. Ain't that some foolishness?
Nah, Miss Solomon, that's some cock-out. But I read all about all gold, $30,000 iPhones.
I swear, what people value, it just makes no sense to me.
Who was the rich person?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I wonder if it was Beyonce.
Don't blast me now. Don't you dare speak against Queen Bey.
All I'm saying, if Bay and Jay knew about Mary, then we'd have that 80 grand.
If wishes were horses, beggars would ride.
Huh?
It's an old nursery rhyme. It means a wish is just a wish and that you can't eat hope.
Still, it's fun to dream, ain't it? Say, this house was all good, all restored. What would you buy if you had all the money in the world? And you can't say feed the hungry or save the planet or teach the children. Be selfish. What do you want?
I don't think like that.
Everybody a little bit selfish, Miss Solomon. This America.
Just because this is America, that don't make selfishness right.
Well, we're here now. We ain't make the rules, but as far as I can tell, rules of America is there ain't no rules.
Well, if there's one thing I'd like, if money were no object, is a motorcycle. Like one of those, like big loud ones, like a Harley Davidson.
That's bad arse. What do you want? Why do you want that?
Because they pass me on the street or the highway, and I can hear them coming, feel them coming, and when they pass me, they fly by loud, and then just keep going. I imagine they got stuff to do, places to go, people to see, names to take if any foolishness goes down, and I want to be like that too. If I had a bike, I'd be business motorcycle mother flower.
Bet. You want to be free. For real.
I wish Mary was here. Tell me what to do.
What you mean?
She was used to going up against all these white folks when black folks were denied opportunities by law. She made a National Opera Company, trained all the musicians, took her show on the road against all kinds of obstacles I don't have to face.
That's because she dared to dream.
No, she dared to make her dream real.
You think it was easy for her?
No.
That's right. It wasn't easy. Nothing is easy. I mean, I try not to complain about having been born like I am, but I think that my life would be hard if I was born any other way. All I can do, though, is try to keep myself strong. And then I put on foot in front of the other, like this.
Michael walks his walk, ending up facing the house. Solomon takes in his labored steps.
You ever listen to Busta Rhymes?
No.
He made this track, 60 seconds. He's talking about how there's 84,000 seconds in every day. And I was thinking, out of all those seconds, like, it can only take 1 or 2 to make a decision to brush your teeth, make breakfast, read a book, or even change your whole life. 1 second, a whole life can change. But how many seconds do I waste in a day? Deciding nothing. Every second we can all decide to take 1 step toward that thing we want to make our life just even a little bit better. That's what Mary knew. And that's what you know too.
You got all that from Busta Rhymes?
I just get to thinking, that's all.
Now you got me thinking too.
What you think?
I think I know my next step.
Scene 10. Solomon on the phone in the recording studio. Her dad nearby, half listening.
The National Trust for Historic Preservation application process, it takes a minute.
Yes, I understand.
It can take months, but in most cases it takes years. Where's this property at? I mean, can you tell me where it's located?
It's in Pittsburgh, Homewood neighborhood. It was built in 1984. It's Queen Anne Victorian architecture and...
Oh, no, I meant who lived in the property and what makes it worthy of a historical preservation.
Well, the house has been recognized by the Pennsylvania Historical Museum Commission as being one of the first National Negro Opera Companies in the United States, begun by Mary Cardwell Dawson.
Black folks and opera. I've heard a lot of stories in this job, but that's a new one.
Yes, well...
And who's this Miss Mary?
Mary Cardwell Dawson.
She your family?
No, but...
Are you the owner of the house?
I personally own the house. I should also say, in Pittsburgh during the 1940s and 50s, the house served as a meeting place for Pittsburgh's black elite. Lena Horne, Duke Ellington, boxing champ Joe Louis, Roberto Clemente, they all stayed there.
You knew all them?
No, I bought the house many years later, so I don't know these people.
I heard of Duke Ellington. I guess I gotta take your word from them. All the motherfuckers was famous.
They were, and one interesting thing about the story of this house is that it touches on many different histories, local Pittsburgh history, music and sports, with all national significance during that time when black folks...
Yeah, okay. This all sounds good.
And also the house was owned by Woogie Harris, who was Pittsburgh's most prominent numbers man.
Is he the dude who paid off the 805?
Pardon me?
My great-grandmother used to tell me the story about the time she hit the 805. You heard the story?
I don't think so.
Yeah, August 5th, 1930. Granny goes to her place to bet with Woogie Harris. She always played the date, bet just $1 or $2 usually. She said she didn't hardly ever win nothing, but that day, for some reason, she decided she was going to bet $20. That was a lot of money back then. Now what happened was, it turned out, a whole bunch of people also happened to bet 805 on that particular day. And not just in Pittsburgh, but in Philly, Atlantic City, and Baltimore. And you know what that did?
What did it do?
So many people played that 805, the numbers banks didn't have enough money to pay out.
Then what happened?
Well, Harris is what happened next. He had the money, or he got the money, let's say. Enough that he was able to pay off the 805 winners in Pittsburgh and enough to bail out the other numbers men all up and down the East Coast.
Where did he get the money from?
Rather not say, and it don't matter. What does matter is that he got enough to pay out the 805 winners in Pittsburgh and enough to bail out the other numbers men all up and down the East Coast.
That must be why they called him the Bank.
Ain't it funny? You never know who or what is going to happen on the day today. Let's get going with this application, Michelle.
Scene 11. Michael on the porch with his laptop open. He's making beats. Butcher approaches.
Hello.
Hello to you, sir.
Are you Michael?
I am. You must be somebody too.
Solomon is my daughter. You and she has been spending some time, as I understand it.
True facts. Say, you want to check out the website I built?
You taught yourself how to build a website?
Shoot, building it is kind of the easy part. It's just getting the design flow down is the hard part.
Butcher comes up the porch.
What kind of content?
I don't know. That's why I said it was the hard part. I don't know what I want to say.
what you want to say is what you have to offer, and why people should care.
Which is what?
Your website is about this house, and what y'all all trying to do?
Yeah.
Well, what you got is this old house in Homewood, and that is just not another broke-down house that everybody sees as urban blight.
Blight?
Michael whips out his phone, looks up blight.
Blight. It's a noun. A thing that spoils or damages something. An ugly, neglected, or rundown condition of an urban property.
You never heard the word before? But look at you looking it up.
I'm starting to want to know all the stuff I don't know. But yo, it's not the house fault that the whole neighborhood is being damaged.
Yeah, because a lot of this neighborhood is like that.
How did a whole neighborhood, used to be full of rich folks, get so jacked up?
White flight is how it happened.
White flight?
See, used to be in Homewood, you rich white folks, maybe not the Carnegies or Mellon, but they were adjacent. They were executives working for big coal and big steel. Now, in the late 20s, come the great stock market crash happened, just as black folks like Willie Harris was on the come up.
1920? What's that got to do with right now?
Because as soon as black folks like Mr. Harris got a little bit of something, enough to buy a house like this, and you can guess what the white folks did next.
White flight?
Faster than a speeding American eagle.
Dang.
So now, with black folks moving on up and white folks moving on out, the banks say everything around here ain't worth as much. All things being unequal, cheaper property meant landlords could buy up the land and homes, rent them cheap to black folks, but not have to pay for any upkeep. Plus, no one is investing in basic services, and fast forward 100 years.
Is that why we ain't got hardly any grocery stores in Homewood?
And also why we have so much crime and violence, too.
Woogie Harris was a gangster?
As I understand it. Now, Mr. Harris did a lot of good for people. I don't know how it works today, but whoever controls these streets ain't real interested in uplift.
And that's where we're at.
There's more to it, but yes. And that's where we're at. Or you can be a sucker working man like me, just doing for my family, so they don't have to be like me.
It's kind of a good rhyme.
Well, I'll leave the rhyming to you.
Matter of fact, I got a rhyme for the house. Rhymes I wrote for Mary. Check it out. Now, my lady, your name is sort of like opera. Will you lend me a hand? I'm calling out to you, Miss Oprah. The house is big and please. It's calling for you, Miss Alicia Keys. Let's put an end to this drama. Calling out to you, Miss Obama. This emergency ain't no fake. Calling for your help, Mr. Drake. Can't you see, Mr. Jay-Z? The walls are crumbling in my hand. Can you hear me, Mr. Timberland? Can't you hear what these walls say? Come on, Queen Beyonce. Come together right now. Let Mary show us how to be free. Where are you, Mr. Spike Lee? This is pretty scary. Calling you, Miss Halle Berry. Our history is threatened. Calling you, Mr. John Legend. Hear this thunder. It's going under. Can you hear me, Mr. Stevie Wonder? Music and design are your passionate habits. Pick up that guitar and come on over and work with us, Lenny Kravitz. Sheila Johnson and BET. You have the power to save Mary and her legacy.
That ain't half bad. I like your delivery.
Thank you.
We should record it.
For real?
I got a friend with a recording studio. He owes me a favor.
For real, for real?
Couldn't hurt to get it down.
I got more too. Lots on my phone. All about Mary.
How about tomorrow?
For real, for real, for real?
Butcher has to laugh.
You know, I wasn't sure about you at first, Michael.
Most people ain't.
When you get home, send me what you got on your phone.
Shoot, I'll send it right now.
He does.
I'll listen through in the morning. Then we can record what's good.
Bet. I'll be back tomorrow.
Me too.
Butcher prepares to leave.
Mr. Butcher.
Yes.
Thank you. For real.
Just you be careful over there.
Scene Scene 12. As Michael begins his walk with his familiar hitch home, the homewood landscape rolls by as he labors to walk, and we hear sounds of the city. Distant voices, cars with music wafting from them, wailing sirens, all the sounds of an inner city at night. Michael hears none of it. He's deep in his head, working on lyrics.
Come back, Mary. Snap back, Mary. Your dreams I will proudly carry. I will not let you crumble. Your legacy makes me humble.
The silhouette of the house appears. He's standing in its shadow. He stops, looks at the house for a beat, thinking.
Pull your life from soil and dirt. I will nurse these wounds.
Suddenly, headlights swoop across him. Then they circle back. He's just caught in the light, blinded by them.
Miss Solomon, is that you? Miss Solomon.
The city sound grows faint. Michael stands frozen and silent in the headlights.
Who this? What you want with me? Fine then. If you ain't gonna show yourself, I don't gotta stand here.
Michael begins to turn away, and pop, 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 pop. A hail of gunfire, screeching tires as the headlights sweep back across Michael. He stands for a beat, then falls to his knees, and then all the way to the ground. Sirens suddenly wail as the lights fade all the way to black. Music slowly fades, soulful keys and wah-wah guitar. Act 2, Scene 14. In the black, a mirror ball descends, spinning, throwing its reflecting light across the space. An operatic voice comes through the music. With it, Michael rises, feels himself, checking himself, spinning light all around him. Abruptly, the lights fade all the way up, spinning light gone, and Michael sees a stairway appear. There's a closed door at the top. He spins around, looking. He doesn't know where he is or what's happening. There's faint noise coming from up the stairs. He looks up, listening hard. He puts a foot on the first stair, and the wood cracks, breaking the stair. He tries the second stair. It holds. Carefully as he can, he begins to climb the stairs. With each step, the stairs ache and creak. About halfway up, he steps through another broken stair. The faint noises grow a little louder. Extracting his foot, Michael keeps climbing, making sure he won't fall through. He's almost to the top when the door flies open. Behind it stands Woogie Harris, sharply dressed, prodigious in a three-piece suit, pomaded hair, a brandy-filled snifter in one hand, a Cuban in the other. His shoes shine like mirrors.
This is my house.
Huh?
I said this is my house.
If you say it's your house, then I believe you.
What is in your mouth? Is them gold teeth?
You mean my grill?
I've seen people with a gold tooth, but I ain't ever seen anybody with a whole gold mouth. You must be rich, boy. So are you?
Am I what?
Rich, boy. I said, you deaf too?
No, I'm not deaf, and I'm not rich either.
Then what are you? And what is going on with all them naps up in your head?
You mean my dreadlocks?
I don't know what you call them, but you look like some kind of Sasquatch, Loch Ness Monster looking kind of thing. You just gonna stand there looking at me? I asked you a question.
What was the question again?
Who are you is the question.
Sir, I don't even know. I don't even know where I am. Where am I?
You sure you ain't deaf?
Yeah.
You sure now?
Yes, sir.
Because I just told you, the first thing I said was, this is my house.
Well then, who are you?
Who is you? You're in somebody's house. You don't even know who they are. You got a mouthful of gold teeth. You don't even know where you are. You got hair like a goddamn caveman. Why your pants hang down around your knees about? You got the nerve to be the one asking questions? Nah. You tell me who you are.
My name is Michael.
That's the first thing you said that made any sense.
What's your name?
You police?
Do I look like police?
You sent here by the Volpe brothers? Bizzano?
I don't even know what that is.
Nah. No Italian mobster, knuckle dragon as they are, would be working with a caveman-looking mug like you.
You still didn't answer my question.
Fine then. My name is William R. Harris. You know what the R stands for,
No.
Replete. You know what that means?
Michael takes out his phone, punches up his dictionary as Woogie watches in stunned amazement.
Replete. Filled or well supplied. Sensational. Very full or sated.
Now hold up. I am filled and well supplied, but I am not sated.
Let me look up sated.
It means satisfied. One thing I learned in this world, or any other, is that I will not, shall not, and cannot ever be satisfied. I always wanted more.
But still didn't answer me. Your name, though?
Everybody who's anybody calls me Woogie.
What? You're Woogie Harris?
You heard me?
Is this 701 Apple Street?
Well, see now. That's a complicated question with a complex answer.
What that mean?
It means... I ain't quite sure what it means, not just at the moment.
Why not?
Because look at me, and look at you.
And
it seems to me, anybody who's got eyes in the head and brains between the ears can understand that although you, Michael, and me, Woogie, are occupying the same space and time, but somehow we're coming from different dimensions.
I feel that, for sure.
What's the matter with you, boy? The way you walk.
That's my blessing.
If you say so.
I know all about you, Mr. Woogie. See, we may be coming from different dimensions, but where I come from, I learned all about you. And Mary.
Sweet. I must know about 100 Marys. And you may think you know me, but that half ain't ever been told.
Lights shift to a hospital room. Solomon and Butcher look over the bed. There's a slow beeping indicating a heartbeat.
What kind of soldier shoots a gun like that? Just aims loaded and points and shoots at a person.
We don't know who shot him or why.
Are you saying Michael was into something he shouldn't have been?
I'm not saying Michael wasn't just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm saying we don't know. I'm saying I don't know how the person could kill.
Look at him. Look at his life. He's just been through so much, and it is only ever the sunniest and optimistic person. He's so upbeat at first. I thought it was a joke.
You know he's been writing songs.
Yeah, he said, but I haven't heard them really.
He sent them to me.
He did? When?
Just that same night all this happened. I put him on the mic. He played me what he had. And you know me. I'm hard on everybody who comes in and thinks they're going to be the next big whoever. And what he had was good. Good enough that I told him to come back and I'd record whatever else he had.
He must have been floating on high walking home that night. And then this.
He's maybe not going to come through this.
I have to believe he will.
Oh, everybody wants to believe some.
Is this about Michael or is this about me in the house?
Oh, don't start on me now.
And we wouldn't be here grieving over this child if it wasn't for me having bought that house. Another thing is, Michael is the only other person in my life that ever believed in that house. Like, I believe in that house.
Fine. He believes in you, and you believe in him. I'm just asking myself, how much can a body take? If he does survive, will he be the same? And since you are my daughter, my flesh and blood, I'm worried that you're going to think you are somehow responsible for taking care of him. And I ask myself, how are you going to take care of another lost cause?
Michael is not a lost cause.
Keep your voice down.
There is no confusion about what I have heard and seen because of that house. Michael, even as he lays here shot up, is somehow, some way exactly where he is supposed to be. Just like I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. Neither one of us asked what our belief was going to cost us. We just believed, and I'm not going to stop that now.
Lights shift back to Michael and Woogie on the staircase.
Hold up a minute. You say you're Mr. Woogie Harris, and I say I know all about you. Because I know all about you, I know that you've been dead for 50 years.
Do I look dead?
You standing right there talking to me.
Well, I'll tell you what. Since I don't feel dead, I'm just gonna believe that you and me are just standing here talking to each other. Fair enough?
So all you got to do is decide to believe.
What is all this racket I hear?
Uh-oh. You now gone down waking up the devil.
Mary comes up behind Woogie, pushes past him, and fixes her eyes on Michael.
Miss Mary?
Yes, I am Mary Dawson.
Miss Mary Cardwell Dawson. I can't hardly believe my eyes.
Who are you? Are you here for a lesson?
To be honest, Miss Mary, I don't even know how I got here or what I'm doing here.
This boy seems to know everything and nothing.
I have so much to tell you, Miss Mary.
Now, hold on, child. I don't know if you know everything or nothing. And you may have a lot to say, but where I come from, there is such a thing as an introduction.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. Offer me salutations.
You mean, say hello?
Tell your name, Negro.
Michael presents himself, proper. He moves to Mary.
I am Michael Berry. It is my pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
He offers his hand for shaking. She shakes it in an old-fashioned, ladylike kind of way.
The pleasure is mine, I'm sure. Now, you are here for a lesson?
Maybe, but I think I'm here to teach y'all.
Teach us what?
See? He thinks he knows everything.
I don't think I know everything. I just got some knowledge I think you need to know.
What kind of knowledge do you want to share?
Well, shoot. Like, I know this house.
Everybody in Homewood knows this house.
Mr. Harris, please. Let the boy say what he needs to say.
Well, I don't know how I got here or what this place is. I told Mr. Harris that I know back from wherever I come from, he'd be dead for 50 years, which means you've been dead for close to 60 years, Miss Mary.
Don't worry about where you came from, Michael, and don't worry about the time, because it doesn't matter where people are coming from. All we ever have is right here and right now.
That's deep. And that's dope.
Go on.
You worked so hard to do what you did. And now, where I come from, seems like everything you worked for done gone away. Mr. Woogie, too.
What is it that you think I did?
Make your opera company. Teach all these kids. And you did it when black people couldn't even have the same things that white people did.
Hold on a minute. Why do you think we couldn't have the same things white folks did?
Just not being able to perform in public, using different water fountains, lynching, and Emmett Till, and folks being fire hosed in the streets, and seeing all the history.
History? Where are you from?
Homewood. Pittsburgh, same as y'all.
And lynching and all the foolish violence doesn't happen in your Homewood?
I'm saying that all that stuff is still happening, and everything you worked for went away. I want to know how that can happen, and I want to know how to fight against it like you did.
Mary and Woogie share an uncertain look. Mary comes close to Michael, looks deep into him.
You seem to want some kind of knowledge that you think we have.
I told you, I don't know how I got here, and I don't understand it. And you said not to worry about time, but I am from a different time and space.
From the future. You're a future man.
Yes.
Mary and Woogie share another uncertain but astonished look.
Well, future man, what do you want to know?
Miss Mary, I want to know everything, but it seems like I don't even know where to begin.
Then start by telling us about you.
I want to be a hero, like y'all are heroes.
Mr. Harris, you hear this? Suddenly, we're heroes.
Only folks I was a hero to was after the numbers hit.
What's that mean?
What Mr. Harris means to say is that he was an everyday hero. He may have used slightly unconventional methods, but he did some good too, just for goodness sake.
See now, here's your first lesson. People love Miss Mary for her ability to put shinola on something.
What's that mean?
They ain't got shinola where you come from? Look at, see my shoes?
Woogie shows off his wingtips, polished to a sheen.
Shined up with shinola shoe polish. What Mary does is a kind of glass half full kind of thing. It's polish up the nasty of nastiest and make it shine like shinola, you dig?
Oh, She makes everything pretty, you mean?
And what good I did came from the fact that I could only make good by doing bad.
Now, Mr. Harris, you didn't do bad. You just did what you needed to.
Did what I had to. Plus, I was good at it.
Just like I did what I had to.
Right. And everybody who'd come to this house, they did what they had to do, too. But nowadays, where I come from, seems like everybody's doing what they have to do, but they only doing it for themselves.
Well, that's all anybody can do.
How you mean?
Everything I did it all first for myself.
Mary had something to prove.
We all have something to prove.
To white folks?
To myself. And then to black folks, too.
Proved it to me. Mary, remember the day you came to me?
Like it was yesterday.
Said that a refined, sophisticated, and successful man like me ought to be, what you call this, Mary?
A patron of the arts.
A patron of the arts. Ain't that some glitter? I ain't never heard that one before, but it sounded good to me.
Miss Mary, what did you have to prove to black folks?
That they didn't have to be excluded from any part of the world they wish to belong to.
Because of segregation, you mean?
Segregation was segregation. What I'm talking about is not having limited expectations for who and what you want it to be.
Damn straight. Like, when I said I had to do bad so I could do good, I mean, I found out early that life was a hustle for some, but I wanted in on that hustle. And I just knew from the jump that I could belong in the world. But certain elements and individuals wanted to keep me in my place. Believed that if we black folks were not capable or qualified to run numbers like a poker game or throwing dice, I believed otherwise. And I got good fast. And I wanted something for me, but after I got good, I got really, really good. I got good enough so I could do for others, and that's what I did.
Mr. Harris was the bank.
I read about that. How people would come to you and you'd give them money.
Give? Well, I mean, I'd help where I could, but give isn't quite accurate. I always made sure I took a little piece.
But it was a small piece usually.
But see, that's heroic.
How is that heroic?
Because you help people. It sounds simple, but where I come from, help don't always come.
You want to help people, son? First person you got to help is yourself. Help yourself to find the courage to make the kind of differences you want to make.
This is Pittsburgh, boy. The Iron City. And if there's one thing we know, it's that the iron strengthens the iron. Now, me and Mary, we come up in hard times, but hard times steeled our resolve.
I know it did. Real recognizes Rick. That's why I've been writing all this music about you.
Michael takes out his phone.
What in the heavens?
And the hell is that?
Don't worry about the time.
Michael holds up the phone.
See, this is what I'm doing here. I've been coming to this house we standing in, just looking at it. At first, I didn't know why. But then it and you, Miss Mary, started talking to me. Ain't that crazy?
It sounds crazy.
Yup, it do sound crazy.
How can it be this house that we're standing in started talking to you?
'Cause the house ain't like it is right now, this second. It's falling down, falling apart. But I'd look at this house in the night, and it raised up something inside me. The wind's churning up voices from the dust of yesterday. Then I met Miss Solomon.
Who's Miss Solomon?
She's the lady who owns the house now.
My house? She owns my house? And it's falling down?
Miss Solomon is trying to save it, I guess. Now, we're trying to save it.
How's this Miss Solomon own my house?
I don't know what happened, but it's hers now, and she means to save it. But not just save it just from falling down, but saving Miss Mary's legacy. And yours, Mr. Woogie, and Mr. Joe Lewis, and Mr. Roberto Clemente, everybody's legacy, from being wiped away, just clean forgotten.
Michael finally hits play, and the music comes from his phone. If These Walls Could Talk plays. After a verse or two, Michael stops the music. Mary and Woogie just take this moment in.
What kind of music is that?
They took my house and turned it into a ghetto. I don't believe it. No, sir.
Michael flips open photos of house on his phone.
This is what it looked like now.
Woogie and Mary look at the devastation of the home.
My Lord.
Woogie stands frozen as Michael flips through more photos.
My Tiffany stained glass. My Waterford crystal chandelier. My carved oak staircase. What happened to my house?
That's what I'm saying. Me and Miss Solomon are trying to save this house.
Who was Miss Solomon again?
She's the one who owns the house now.
She owns my house?
Michael flips photos.
There's a plaque outside. That's how Miss Solomon first came to this house.
National Negro Opera Company. Here at the Cardwell School of Music, this first National Black Opera Company was founded in 1941 by Mary Cardwell Dawson. Noted for its musical genius, it performed for 21 years in Pittsburgh, Washington, New York, and other cities. Well, I be.
Wait. Mary got a plaque. I ain't got a plaque.
Now, Mr. Harris, don't get your dander up.
My house, manor, is nothing more than a dilapidated, fallen down eyesore. Who let this happen?
I don't know, but it's up to me and Miss Solomon to bring it back.
I understand that this Miss Solomon owns the house now, but what has it got to do with you?
Miss Mary, I heard you talking.
What's that mean, you heard me talking?
Just, I would come by that house. I didn't see the plaque at first. It was something about how that house stood in its place, how it looked at night, just the outline of it. And I'd stop and stare. I didn't know why. But then I started hearing voices, your voice. And then I started hearing music. And then I saw the plaque, and I needed to know everything about you, this house, Mr. Woogie, and everybody who was here back in the day.
Hold up. What happened to my Duesenberg?
I don't know what that is.
My car! Get on that thing and find my car.
Michael starts Googling.
What was it? Dusseldorf?
Duesenberg. Duesenberg. The Grand Prix winning, most luxurious automobile known to mankind. An American made in Indiana, goddammit. So sophisticated, you dig? Gary Cooper, Clark Gable, and Mr. Woogie, Mother Pearl Harris all owned and drove Duesenbergs. That's what it is.
Speaking of that thing, what is that thing?
Oh, this is just my phone.
I don't care what it is. I just want to know what happened to my car.
Says here, you bought the car in Chicago. J209 was the serial number. Oh, here. Somebody bought the engine. Maybe Jay Leno, but the car is gone.
Okay, get Jay Leno on the phone.
Nah, don't trip, Mr. Woogie. You can't just call up Jay Leno.
You said don't worry about the time, didn't you?
Well,
Woody, Mr. Harris, it's just a car. Let the boy be.
It's only just a car, because you ain't never had one.
Fine. Then, Michael, you said that the house started talking to you? That I began talking to you? What did I say?
Huh?
Was I trying to tell you something?
It wasn't quite like that. It was more like I heard whispers that told me to find out about you, and when I found out what a hero you'd been...
Oh, hold on. I wasn't a hero.
How could you have not been a hero, Miss Mary? Everything you did. You went to New England Conservatory and graduated, but then they wouldn't let you sing opera, so you started your own company. You started a music school and taught hundreds of students. You were on President Kennedy's Commission on the Arts. How is that not being a hero?
She's afflicted with modesty.
And I want to know how you both did it, how you both changed the world, because that's what I want. I want to change my world.
Change the world? I didn't change the world. Just look at them pictures of this house. That don't seem to be a changed world.
Nah, what I'm saying is, aren't you mad that the world is moving backwards after everything you did?
I ran a music school. I produced opera performed by deserving black artists. I did both because I loved music and cared enough that I wanted to show that all people are as capable as any other people. And I was driven to live my life as I saw fit. If that makes me a hero, that's not for me to say. But one thing I did not do is change the world.
Mr. Woogie, tell Miss Mary she changed the world.
Well, she She got a plaque.
Stop playing. You changed the world too, Mr. Woogie. You was the Robin Hood, they said.
Okay, maybe sometimes. I was like Robin Hood, but what I did was for me.
How you mean?
See, where I come from, black boys had only so many opportunities. Most of them opportunities were how to end up dead or broke or just plain dead. At best, being black meant you were going to be a second-class citizen. Now, ain't nothing about me is second class. So I figured it was first class. And how'd they get it?
How did they get it?
I don't know about them, but how I got it was I was willing to do what other people weren't going to do.
What's that mean?
It means if you crossed me, it meant you caboose.
At that, Michael feels a twinge in his abdomen, possibly where he's been shot.
Oh.
Mr. Harris, it is true that you are a fearsome man, but it's also true I couldn't have done what I did without you.
When I got my few shekels and ducats to rub, I did what I could to give certain folks the opportunity to travel first class as well. I mean, I fashioned myself a man of the people.
See? You was a hero.
Maybe if you're looking back on it through your phone, it seems that way. But life as you're living it, it doesn't happen in a flash. It happens slowly.
Miss Mary, we forget what it was like to be young. When I was a young rusty butt, I wasn't trying to have any time to wait for what I wanted. I mean, Michael here says, don't worry about the time. Well, him and us, young and old, black and white, none of us reckon the time the same way.
And in the end, time is all we have in this life.
And not enough of it.
So, who had time to think about being a hero? I had something to prove and work to be done.
Well, now I got something to prove, too.
Which is what?
You worked so hard and made your worlds better. Looking at my world now, seems like all your work got undone.
I know my house and car got undid, but what else?
Did black folks have to go back to riding in the back of the bus?
No.
They still got separate bathrooms, swimming pools, and water fountains?
No.
People still getting lynched, strung up from trees, drugged behind trucks, drowned in shallow rivers?
Not in the same way, but, I mean, black people get famous and rich, have their own TV shows. And we had a black president.
Black president? President of what?
The United States.
Say what?
These American United States?
Barack Obama.
That don't sound American.
Is he on the things, your phone?
Yeah.
Michael Googles, shows Mary and Woogie his screen.
Ooh, he's handsome.
That's an old picture. He don't look like that no more.
Is that his wife?
Yeah, Michelle Obama.
Damn, that's all black right there.
What else does it say?
Woogie takes the phone.
Barack Hussein Obama is an American politician who served as the 44th President of the United States from 2009 to 2017. A member of the Democratic Party, huh? Telling Dixiecrats went along with this?
He must have.
He was the first African American. Is that what we are now?
What else were we?
Gosh darn it, back in the day we was looking to be called black. Now we're African Americans.
Yeah, but we're still black too, Mr. Woogie.
You say all the work you think we did got undone, but seems to me at least some progress has been made.
All I know is, if you look at who is poor in America, it's still mostly black folks. When you look at who is in prison in America, it's still mostly black folks. When you look at who gets the best education in America, it ain't black folks. But when it comes to making real changes, nobody knows what to do to make life better. And I want to make life better.
Mr. Harris, seems to me this young man needs direction. And since we are here, it has fallen to us to give him some. I don't understand this place we're in, but I'm going to take charge of this child's direction. Will you help me, Mr. Harris?
I should we do that? I mean, Miss Mary, what we've been doing here this whole time?
Just now we have a sense of purpose.
Mary walks off, then returns rolling in an upright piano. With a flourish and maybe a cracking of her knuckles, she sits at the piano. She hits one chord hard. Soon as she does, lights go black and stay there for a beat. When they come back up, Solomon and Butcher are inside the house, in the same place that Mary, Michael, and Woogie just occupied.
You just come from the hospital.
No change. He's still under sedation.
Did you talk to his family?
The nurse said his mother comes when she can, but she's working as well as pregnant.
That boy has got a hard idea of living.
Times are tough all over, Daddy.
Solomon sighs heavily, sits at the base of the stairs.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I come to see about this house that's gotten you and Michael so worked up. Come to see why you keep with Michael. Well, I sympathize with him. It doesn't seem to have much of an idea what he's doing with his life.
Did you find what you are looking for?
Seems like just another broken down house to me. You're my daughter. Of course I love you.
I hear a butt coming.
But if you don't see any return on your money anytime soon, it's time to make another plan that involves selling this property for whatever you can get. Then get on with your life.
Suddenly, we hear, faintly but clearly, the chord that Mary played previously. Butcher startles.
What's that?
What's that?
Did you hear a piano?
You heard a piano?
The chord rings out again.
There it goes again. Clear as day.
They both just look at each other. Butcher confused, Solomon coolly.
If I heard that, that would mean that there's more to this than just some old, broken down place. I ought to sell and get on with my life.
A light flickers, maybe makes a zap sound, flickers again.
Is this place haunted?
Depends on what you mean by haunted. What it is, though, is what it has is spirits of the past, spirits of its people, spirits of its glory. If you're really quiet, you won't need to hear anything, but you can feel it.
Then let's be quiet.
Both are. They are still for a long moment, and then a faint surge goes through the lights. They dim for a moment, and then a palpable hum rises. The lights surge up and burn blindly bright for a flash, then return to normal.
You're not selling this house.
Lights crossfade back to Michael, Mary, and Woogie.
We're gonna need some help.
Help with what?
Help with helping you.
Help with helping you figuring out what you need, as opposed to helping you get what you want.
All I want is to make this house live again, like it used to.
Then let's make it live again. Now, let's see.
Cracking her knuckles, Mary begins to play a jazzed up boogie-woogie style groove.
That's a groove I could get used to. Now, Miss Mary was all about that opera, but what I wanted was all that jazz. I mean, you heard of Duke Ellington, Count Basie?
Oh, Duke Ellington. So handsome, so sophisticated, so in tune with the times we lived.
And when old Duke was in Pittsburgh, he was the only one that started calling me Big Old Daddy. Now Miss Mary is playing that beat. Makes me feel like I'm back. I didn't even know I was gone, but dig here.
Woogie enacts a little jig, dancing to Mary's playing.
That's right. Big Old Daddy coming back in town.
You're gonna shake this town till it percolates.
Oh, not bad, Mr. Michael.
He's feeling good, so lay his money down.
And feeling good, so lay that sugar down.
Woogie makes a suggestive move directed at Mary.
Careful now with your fresh mouth.
From off, a deep booming voice calls out.
Hey!
Sugar.
Who's that?
No, we done it now. We woke up the dead.
Who is it?
Joe Lewis appears at the top of the stairs. He's about 38 years old, dressed in his shirt sleeves, tie hanging loose around his collar.
I'm trying to sleep. Who's making all this noise?
It's the bomber. Come on, Joe. Get your brown bomb booty down here.
Is that Woogie Harris who I see?
In the flesh and blood.
And Miss Mary, is that you?
Hello, Joe.
Michael is stunned and awed.
Is that Joe Lewis?
In the flesh.
Dang, it's like the Wizard of Oz.
Joe moves down the stairs, tying his tie.
I feel like I've been sleeping in an ice age, like I just woke from the dead. This seems like Apple Street, but then again, it feels like some other kind of place. Who's this young fella?
Joe Lewis, this is Michael. It seems that Michael, well, he's conjured us awake from the eternal.
Eternal. I feel like I've been asleep, but I don't feel like I've been dead.
It's something hoo-ha you can't explain. Like how you lost to Max Schmeling in 1936 and I lost half my money because of it.
Oh, but you won all that money back and then some in 1938 when I knocked Schmeling out in the first round.
True.
Michael, I'm Joe Lewis.
Oh, I know who you are.
Lots of people think they know me.
I know everything because I'm a boxer too.
You box?
Not like you. You're the champ. Even with my legs being what they are, I still train. Find me another boxer with cerebral palsy, and I can beat their butt.
That's good. A fighter must have confidence.
Because once that bell sounds, you're on your own.
Well, that's good. I might steal that.
No, Mr. Joe, you said that. I stole that from you.
Say what now?
Dig. Check this out.
Michael pulls out his phone again, starts scrolling as Joe looks on.
What in the world?
He says it's a telephone.
He told us we had a black president.
Black president of what?
Here, all those quotes are yours. I can show you how to box. I can teach you every technique and trick I know. But I can never make you a fighter. That comes from inside, and it's something no one else can give you.
Sure words ain't never been spoken.
And there is no such thing as a natural boxer. A natural dancer has to practice hard. A natural painter has to paint all the time. Even a natural fool has to work at it.
Mr. Lewis, I didn't know you were so funny.
Well, I didn't have much chance to funny, Miss Mary. At least not publicly. All I knew back then was I had to be tough to stick it out, or I'd wind up being nothing.
You're Joe Lewis. You can never be nothing.
Don't get it twisted, kid. I mean, Joe, Miss Mary, even me, we all could have ended up nothing. Just like everybody else is in life. I mean, just like you. Life is a thin line, a tightrope. You gotta do all you can to stay on that line, whatever tightrope you choose to walk in life.
What tightrope line are you walking?
For real, for real?
What other kind of real is there?
I guess, in one way, I'm trying to save y'all.
From what?
Well, like, I hadn't ever heard of none of y'all, and I've been in Homewood all my natural life, and every one of you did so much for yourself, for your community. Mr. Joe, you was the heavyweight champ of the world, a hero for black people in America. Mr. Woogie, you were willing to help anybody you could, lending them money for their businesses and whatnot. I even heard you'd help folks with grocery money or buy books for the black schools. And Miss Mary, after I found out about you, you done changed my whole way of seeing the world. But nowhere I come from knows who any of you really are. Then I walked the tightrope of having CP, cerebral palsy.
Kid I grew up with was born with it.
I mostly don't even think about having a disability. My daddy taught me to take care of my body, how to keep my body strong. But sometimes I think being born this way isn't a physical disability that I have, but it's a mental disability that the world has that makes them think that people born like me ain't as good as them, ain't worthy of the same hopes and dreams, and sometimes even the same mother of pale human decency and considerations as them. And seeing that and feeling that every day, that's like walking on a tightrope, for sure. And it's a tightrope trying to figure out who I am, and another one trying to figure out who I want to be, and another tightrope trying to figure out how I'm supposed to become who I want to be. That's all my tightropes.
Michael, life has a way of taking its toll on everybody. We can all see that you haven't let yourself fall off any of your tight ropes. But me, personally, I don't want nobody to walk no tight ropes on account of me. And that means you too.
But what if trying to get the world to remember you leads me to who I want to be?
Boy, I got a point there, Miss Mary.
Sure do.
For Mom,
What's all this crying I hear?
Lena Horne appears. She's in an evening gown, neckline plunging. She is luminous and sassy, smoking a cigarette and drinking a scotch. Joe reacts to Lena, stepping toward her and then stepping back.
And is that Joe Lewis I see?
Who's that?
That is Miss Lena.
She's so pretty. She don't seem real.
I am real. Matter of fact, I'm more real than I am pretty. That's how real I am.
Lena comes down the stairs, slowly. Joe's eyes don't move from her, and hers don't move from him.
You may be the only one of us who's real then.
What's that mean?
Don't it seem strange to you that you ain't seen none of us in a dog's age? I mean, does this place feel real to you? Michael, let me see that phone.
I'll tell you what don't seem strange. Woogie Harris talking nonsense out both sides of his mouth, not a lick of it making any sense to me. That as real as I remember your high, yellow, black, tushy Woogie Harris. Sorry, Mary, these men always seem to bring out the worst in me.
What Mr. Harris means to say is that it may feel real here. We seem to be in some other kind of world.
You ain't never seemed exactly real to me, I'll say that.
Hello, Joe.
You always seem beyond real.
All I know right now is this boy. What's your name, boy?
Michael.
This boy, Michael, needs to be hurt, but more than that, he needs to be talked to. Whatever it feels like in here, it don't matter a damn to me, in the face of that. Ain't I right, Mary?
I believe you are.
Michael, Mary here is only one of these gals who come around this house, had any real kind of sense. Always had a sense of grace about her. She don't cuss, but let me tell you, she didn't take anything. So where was I?
You was about to tell this boy whatever you was gonna tell him.
But, and I'm sorry, Miss Lena, you haven't even heard what I'm doing here.
Nah, I heard. Or, I heard enough. Michael, you say no one remembers us. But the world you come from is in trouble. That all our work got undone? That you don't know how to be who you want to be?
That's all true.
Forget all that. Here's why. You do the thing in front of you, and that's all you can do. Now, that don't mean you can't do big things. You can. But you gotta start every day with doing the thing in front of you.
But all of you stood up for justice and for people's rights.
What did I just say?
Which time?
I said that you can do big things, have big dreams. But you gotta do the small thing that leads to the big thing. As far as fighting for rights, I only ever did the thing in front of me.
But I heard you were singing for some Nazis and...
What? Me sing for Nazis? No, sorry. They tried to get me to sing in front of POWs, Germans, but I refused. Because this was the day I was to sing for black GIs. That's how bent the army was. These people got the logic of a pretzel, twisted. I got to come and sing one day for white GIs, then sing the next show for the black GIs. But they put white POWs in the front row, ahead of Americans who happened to be black.
Ain't nobody happen to be black, just like ain't no blacks happen to be American.
That's right. Ain't nobody happened to be black Americans. We was brought here, and we remained here. I never sang for no Nazis. What I did was the thing in front of me. I moved myself to where my people were, my black people, our black American soldiers. Because Joe will tell you. Tell him, Joe.
You gotta fight the fight that needs fighting, not just the ones you think you can win.
Miss Lena, I know you didn't sing for no Nazis. I was just trying to say that I knew that you refused.
Oh, well, that's different. You gotta be careful about what you say, right down to the letter T.
That's the God's truth, Michael. The truth in front of you.
The truth in front of me is, I think even as y'all stand here with me, none of you is real.
Why not?
Because I think something happened to me, and it brought me here to y'all.
What kind of thing happened to you?
I don't know for sure, but it happened fast.
Black man's gotta be careful out there in the streets. I know that's God's honest too.
I've been shot before, had my hat busted up in fights, woke up in hospitals, drugged up. Being here somehow feels like that.
Then maybe if that's true, We figured out what's the thing in front of you that you have to do.
And what is that?
We got to get you back home so you can do what you're supposed to do.
But before I can go, I need to know more.
About what?
About how y'all did what I'm going to try to do.
What are you going to try to do?
Save myself by saving the memory of you. But to do all that, I gotta have the heart of Mr. Woogie and Mr. Joe, and the courage of Miss Lena and Miss Mary, and the brains of all y'all.
You know what else you're gonna need?
What?
The hammer of the gods.
Huh?
Roberto!
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the plate, number 21 on your programs, but numero uno in all your hearts, Roberto Clemente!
Roberto appears, dressed in a dark but immaculate three-piece suit, broad-shouldered, handsome as the day is long. Lena and Mary greet him with embrace. Lena holds his square jaw and looks to Mary.
Now that's what I call handsome.
I do not disagree.
Hola, Miss Lena. Buenos noches, Miss Mary.
He kisses both their hands.
Senor Clemente.
Senor Joe. And who's this? No mames, Senor Woogie Harris.
Say, hey, Roberto, we want to meet somebody. Michael, this here's the pride of Pittsburgh. Roberto Clemente. Roberto, this here's Michael.
Hola, Michael.
Hola to you, Mr. Roberto.
I know all about what's been going on here, Michael. I listen and I hear. That's my job when I'm not playing baseball. But I've seen that you want to make a difference. Is that true?
Yes, I want to make a difference.
But you need a little help.
Roberto takes a baseball from his suit pocket, tosses it to Woogie. Woogie tosses him the bat.
I'm here to show you how to help.
Michael, people talk about me being an American hero, but Roberto, he's the real hero.
No, Joe, this is not true. I mean, I don't want to have a fight with you, but you inspired people. You inspired me, so you are a hero.
But not like you. All you did was try to save every man, woman, and child from San Juan to Homewood.
I was blessed with talento, and that gave me opportunity to help. Just like you, Mike. You have talent and opportunity to help. And how you do it is by keeping your eye on the ball. Come here, I'll show you. Senor Woogie, you pitch.
I'll catch.
Now, I know you can hit, Roberto, but you ain't never seen my fastball.
Woogie Harris, you've been dead for 60 years. You ain't got no fastball no more, if you ever did.
Hey, you just shut that fresh mouth, Lena. I'm gonna show you what I can do.
How many times I heard that?
All right, Roberto, dig in. I'm gonna show you what I got.
I'm not scared of your fastball. Senor Woogie, gotta warm up. I gotta take my swings, but when I'm taking my swings, I'm not just moving my arms. I'm seeing too.
What do you see?
I see the baseball coming to me. It doesn't matter anyone's fastball, curveball, whatever. I see the ball come spinning to me slowly. That's all I see. And then I see my swing. And the bat connects with the ball, and the ball stays on the bat like it's stuck to it. And I continue my motion from my feet to my knees to my hips, locking and turning, and the power of the ball off my bat to wherever they aim. That's what I see. Comprende?
Comprende.
Roberto digs in, readies his swing. Joe squats, ready to catch. Woogie is all piss and vinegar, getting his grip on the ball. Lena pulls out a wad of cash from her bra, turns to Mary.
Say, Mary, this here 20 says Roberto hits the first pitch right out that window yonder.
This 20 says it goes right back up the middle, and Mr. Woogie's got a duck.
Bet.
Roberto is still as the Sphinx. He may have a slight smile on his lips.
The key is to be still as the most still agua and breathe.
Woogie winds up and hurls the ball. The action moves to slow motion. Roberto still as water, Woogie lunging forward, and the ball leaving his hand. Roberto lifts his leg and steps into the swing, and then, in a split second, everything fast now, the bat cracks. The ball shoots right back at Woogie. He ducks, gets up, checks to see if his head is still attached. Lena hands her 20 to Mary.
Damn!
Did you see it?
I saw it. You hit so hard.
It's not the hitting, it's the stillness. Practice, mi amigo. Practice being like agua.
Same thing with throwing a punch. It ain't the hit, it's everything that goes into it.
Just like singing. It ain't Carnegie Hall, it's the Chitlin Circuit killing floor that makes the show.
It's like anything and everything, Michael.
Now, I don't know about all that. Focus and practice. Sounds like good advice, sure, but It's also true that the world don't turn people doing the right thing. The world turns on people doing what's in their nature, and believe the world ain't full of good people doing the right thing. Now that's the world I come from, and that's the world we all live in, whether we want to or not.
I know bad people do bad things, but all I want to do is...
Michael stops, oddly looks around the space. He goes to a window, looks out, looks at everyone's faces.
What's the matter, Mike?
I was saying, all I want is... But maybe now I'm not sure what I want no more. Maybe I think it ain't possible to get what I want. I know I gotta focus and practice in a world where bad people do bad things. Y'all seem happy. Even living in a world back then, they didn't treat you like you was equal.
Now hold up. The world may not have seen us as equal, but that don't mean we don't demand equal treatment just the same.
But I ain't you. I can't just decide to be a gambler, or a singing movie star, or a baseball player. I sure can't be an opera star. I live my world, and even though it seems better, in a lot of ways it's worse.
How do you mean it's worse?
'Cause I ain't got no power.
What kind of power don't you got?
I mean, my refrigerator broke. It broke because the power got shut off for some damn reason. And when it came back on, there was a surge. That refrigerator was old as dirt. And when it came back on, the surge blew out the compressor. I wasn't at home, I was at work. But I had just used my whole paycheck to fill up the freezer with food. By the time I got back home, all the food had been sitting there, rotten and rancid. When I called my landlord and told him the refrigerator broke and told him all my food was rotten, he told me that since my security deposit didn't cover the cost of a new refrigerator, he wasn't gonna buy me one. I said, I ain't never heard of nothing like that. He's the landlord. He's responsible for that. But he said that I could sue him if I wanted a new refrigerator. Meantime, I'm hungry. But now I got no food. Plus, I got no money. Since I spent it all on food, I can't eat no more. So what do I do? What do I do?
What did you do?
I went to see Miss Solomon. And even though I didn't tell her none of this, she somehow knew to offer me a peanut butter and jelly. I took it home with me. And I sat there crying. Not tears, but from my soul. Eating that peanut butter and jelly, trying to figure out how I did all the right things. And still, I don't got nothing but a bar of peanut butter and jelly. That's the kind of power I don't got.
No, Michael, you're wrong. You do have power.
What kind of power do I have?
Same power that all of us here have. You have the power of perseverance, the power of possibility, the power in your heart to keep on keeping on.
That's solid gold. The real stuff that matters.
Michael, do you think none of us never had that feeling? That nothing we do feels right? That we can't ever catch a break?
You just need to keep looking for your pitch.
Or look for the right opening to land the right punch.
But you got all the power that you need. You just need to know when to use it.
Maybe I do have power.
Michael takes out his phone, presses play. A mournful piano plays a soulful ballad.
Oh, I don't have that here. Wait.
Mary goes to the piano, listening to the phone, and then, picking up a chord, she replicates the music.
Where's skipping that? If you just want to go, do I need to go home? Don't I listen?
Mary plays, but Michael is hesitant, but he comes closer.
I need to go on home, don't I, Miss Mary?
Yes, Michael. But I'll be here. We all will.
Yes, we all will.
Will I be all right if I go back?
Look here. Ain't none of us know how we came to be here. We ain't got the hindsight as to know what happened to us. All we can do is make a guess at we ain't alive.
And we don't know what happened to us, so we can't know what's going to happen to you.
I know what happened to y'all.
Then keep it to yourself.
Why?
Because we know what we did with the life we had. Life ain't about endings. It's about living here and now All this stuff what we all been talking about.
We are here now. Where and when we go is never for us to say. So go, Michael. But know God puts you exactly where He wants you to be.
They all gather and look to Michael.
Goodbye, amigo.
Goodbye, Michael.
Watch yourself out there, Michael. Goodbye.
And don't take no wooden nickels.
Goodbye, Mary.
We'll be watching. And we'll be proud.
Lights fade to black. They stay there for a beat. They fade up on Michael in his hospital bed. He stirs just a little. Lights crossfade to the hallway where Solomon answers her ringing phone. Hello?
This Solomon Carroll?
It is.
Look here. This is the National Trust for Historic Preservation calling with an update on your application for 7101 Apple Street, Pittsburgh.
Yes, I believe I spoke to you.
Yeah, so like for real. They're gonna put your house up on the registry. Matter of fact, you're number 1 on the list for most endangered places in the United States.
What?
No. Oh, I said
No,
that.
I heard you. I just can't believe it.
Yeah, well, don't tell nobody. We're gonna put out a press release, but we call everybody before that happens to let them know. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gonna tell nobody.
So I can tell. Can I just tell my family?
Oh, they gonna tell somebody.
I'll make them promise not to.
Well, I can't stop you from doing what you gonna do, but as long as anybody asks, you tell them that I told you not to tell nobody.
Okay.
What happens now usually is people get to raise money because the trust says that you're broken down, whatever is culturally significant or whatever.
When will the list be out officially?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you an email and other legit documents via snail mail.
Okay.
All right then. Bye.
And she hangs up. Solomon is in disbelief. She enters Michael's room just as Butcher comes in behind her. He's got a set of portable Bluetooth speakers with him.
Solomon.
Daddy, I just got off the phone with...
Michael coughs. Solomon and Butch spin round to him.
Michael?
He coughs again, winces, and then his eyes open up.
Your eyes are open.
What happened?
Daddy, go get the nurse.
I need to get on up out of here.
You ain't going nowhere. Do you even know what happened to you?
No, but you're not gonna believe what happened to me. It was like I was Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz.
Michael, you were shot. Just a random attack. They aren't even sure if they were shooting at you or at somebody or at something else.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Miss Mary and Mr. Woogie.
What do you mean?
I was with them.
That's the drugs talking. You've been under sedation for 9 days.
No, I was with them.
Okay.
They told me that we can save the house.
Speaking of that, I have news.
And I have news too. Check this out.
Daddy, we're trying.
Nah, Michael needs to hear this.
Butcher sets up the speakers right quick, presses play on his phone. A vocal track that Michael made, Rise, has been built up and tricked out by Butcher. It's got a hard guitar riff and full on everything.
That sounds like me.
It is you. I took your tracks and finished them. It's enough almost for a complete album. Don't it sound powerful?
Dang, that's my Joe Louis song.
This has been a day full of good news. Michael woke up, Daddy brought incredible music y'all made, and I just got off the phone with the trust people.
What did they say?
They're gonna put 701 Apple Street as number 1 of the most endangered historical places.
Dang, for real?
For real.
Biggest and best news of the day is that we're getting you back, Michael. I've been busy making this record, but Solomon has been in this room pretty much 24/7.
You was?
I know we only known each other for a little bit, but...
You ain't gotta say Miss Solomon.
Well, as long as you get well, that's all that there is.
No, there's more.
What kind of more?
Well, I was in the house, and Mary was there, and Mr. Woogie, and Joe Louis, and Lena Horne, and even Roberto Clemente.
Solomon and Butcher share a look, like, okay.
And I was with them the whole time.
Oh, yeah? What they have to say?
They said, wait a minute, what happened to me?
You were shot, Roberto. I just said.
Who shot me?
It was a random shooting, somebody just popping off shots.
That ain't right.
You've had 2 surgeries, but the doctor says they think you're going to be as good as new.
Good as new. I'm like Apple Street.
I think you better rest.
No. All I done my whole life is rest. And now I know I ain't got time to waste. None of us do.
Michael attempts to sit up.
Now settle down.
Yeah, tell us about what happened to you.
We thought we were saving that house. But really, the house is saving us. When I was with Miss Mary and everybody, they told me about how they wasn't no heroes. That they didn't do any of the stuff they did to be remembered. They wanted to just live their lives right here and right now. That whatever it was that we might want out of life, we got to do the little things in front of us. But that it wasn't no guarantee that the big dream would ever happen. They just had to do that one thing.
What does that mean to you?
It means that I thought I needed to have a big dream. That I had to be a rapper or a poet or just something or anything. But I don't. None of us do.
So what do we need?
I don't know what you need. But what I need is my own place in the world.
Michael.
A place to be.
Michael, what if you already found you a place to be?
And that place is here, with us.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, I need a place to be, but more than that, I need a place to become.
Lights fade all the way down and stay that way for a long beat. And come up on the house. Inside, Michael has recovered. He's in coveralls, hammering away on the floorboards at the bottom of the stairs. Unseen, Mary stands above him on the landing, watching Michael work. Solomon enters, yelling to Michael.
Michael!
Up here!
She finds him hammering. She takes a letter from her purse.
You need to stop the hammering.
Work is there to be done, and we got a lot of work to do.
Trust, the work is gonna get done. I got this letter today.
Who from?
The Mellon Foundation.
What'd they say?
They said they're gonna give us $2 million.
Quit playing.
No, Michael, this is real. This is real.
It's real? It's real?
So stop hammering. We gotta go find an architect and a contractor, and this house will be again.
And people will know.
As Michael and Solomon celebrate, lights crossfade to Mary. Woogie, Joe, Lena, and Roberto join her.
What happened?
They're gonna raise up this house. They're gonna raise up our names, looks like.
They got the money.
More important, they got each other.
Will people really remember us, though?
I don't think it matters if we get remembered.
Speak for yourself.
What do you think if it don't matter if we ain't remembered?
Because remembering is only words.
What's that mean?
It means that words, in the end, don't matter. And it's the deeds, what we did, that makes the real difference.
Amen.
Come on, let's go.
Where we going?
Don't matter. Long as we do something when we get there.
End of play.